Today I'll be sharing how I made this very delicious Afang soup. I made this soup, it came out so good, and I thought to share. Hi everyone and welcome back. For this recipe I'll be using cow meat. Please feel free to use any protein of choice. Add a seasoning, salt to taste. At this point I went in with some scotch bonnet, that is yellow, green and red scotch bonnets. I'm going to be serving this and cover to cook. Shout out to Margaret James watching from Nasarawa State. Thank you so much for loving the recipes. Please let me know where you're watching from so I can give you a shout out in my next video. I cooked that in its juice for about 7 minutes and this was 7 minutes later. I just went back to stay on it like that. And at this point I went in with some stockfish. I just love to add it earlier so that it can cook so well. Added water, not a lot of water because this soup does not require a lot of water, okay? Water enough to cook that protein. And now I cover that to cook. This has been cooking for 25 minutes and it is tender. Just cook the protein based on the texture of the protein you have. At this point, I went in with some smoked catfish. It is cleaned and some mangala fish. Added some more scotch bonnets, added some crayfish. This soup requires a lot of crayfish, okay? Yeah. At this point, I went in with some palm oil. This soup is not for fit farm. It requires a lot of palm oil. I just give that a stir so well until it is well combined. Now I'll be covering this to cook. While that is cooking, we'll just go ahead to slice our vegetable. If you have water leaf, you can use it. If you have spinach, you can as well use that. Make sure you cut it into a smaller piece as possible. That cooked and this is how beautiful it is looking now. I gave it a stir and I'll go ahead to add our rinsed vegetable. This was spinach. If you have water leaf, you can use water leaf as well. I love to steam that for a minute. This way it's easy to stir, you can see. And I'm going to be steaming that for another 1 minute, okay guys? Make sure you do not overcook your vegetable. This was 1 minute later. I gave it a stir like that and off camera, I went ahead to pound my okazi leaves. If you do not want to pound, you can go ahead to blend, but make sure it is not completely smooth. Added some more crayfish, added a little bit of salt and seasoning, added my palm oil at this point, and I'll be giving this a thorough mix. That was done and I'll just cover it to cook for a minute. This was a minute later and our soup is ready. The steam from this pot is gonna cook the soup through. As you can see, it is cast iron and it is very hot. And that soup was ready. I served it with the yellow eba, the yellow curry that I made the last time. I made eba with it and it came out really good. I tried it, it was super delicious. I hope you enjoy watching this. Thank you so much for watching.